Today I'm joined by Chris Brinklow, the promoter and announcer for Real Canadian Wrestling, and he is here today to talk about their upcoming event, the Summer Meltdown, which will be taking place here in Lloydminster. And so thank you so much for joining me today, Chris.
Thanks a lot for having me, Thomas. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
And for those who are unaware, Chris, what exactly is RCW and its history here in Lloydminster?
RCW itself has been around for over 2 decades. They have a long history of being a kind of training grounds for a lot of wrestlers that have moved up the charts, I guess to say, as far as wrestling goes. All of them started in independent circles, and they all hope for their break to move up and get into the big show, which is AEW, WWE, those, TNA Impact. Those are the big ones that everybody's trying to get to, recognition to. So RCW has been a huge catalyst for wrestlers in that way. Like I said, they've been around for over 2 decades. They are legitimately the best in wrestling entertainment. The crew that they bring, it's not just a bunch of trainees, it's guys that are ready to take that next step. And it shows in the quality of matches that we have here in Lloyd, and that they do in Edmonton and Red Deer and other places in their circuit that they go to. So if you've never been to a live wrestling event, you definitely want to check out RCW. It really is the best that wrestling has, especially in this area.
And the Summer Meltdown show will be at Cheers Live. Tell me a little bit about the headliners of this show and the special significance of this show for Lloydminster and for RCW.
So this show has a very special significance that has taken on over the last few days. We've lost one of our very fanatical fans, so to say, in Charmaine Agan. She was struggling with a disease that her immune system just slowly depleted, and she unfortunately lost her battle on last Friday. And she was loved by all the wrestlers that come here. She had always made signs. She would be front row. She was a huge supporter. They got pictures taken. They all knew her by name, and she really was, and it's odd to say, but she really was part of RCW family, where she just was adored by everybody. So in honor of Charmaine, we are going to have, this show is dedicated to her memory on this Thursday at Cheers Live. And so her dad, Jason, is very, very humbled by this, but we wanted to do something special for Charmaine and show her that she will never be forgotten and always be remembered as one of the biggest RCW fans. And she was a huge fan of Nasty Nate Nixon. And even a few shows ago, he mentioned after his match that he was sending his prayers out to her and that his last match was dedicated to her. So so that's the main thing about this show, but it's not the only thing about this show. We just announced yesterday, on Tuesday, we have Raj Singh, who is the son, if a lot of old timers remember Maka Singh from Calgary Stampede Wrestling way back in the 80s and 90s. Maka Singh's son, who is now on Impact TNA, he's going to be here in Lloyd. So he's making his Lloydminster debut. So that's huge. And we also have another wrestler who's making his Lloydminster debut. He goes by the name of Kid Chocolate, Mo Jabari. And he is right now being scouted by the WWE and is one of their top prospects. So that's just a couple of big names. That's the kind of caliber and quality of wrestlers that RCW brings. And then we also have another legendary RCW wrestler, Harlan Abbott. He's going to be in action against the Son of Irish. And then, as I mentioned, Nate Nixon earlier, he's going to defend his hardcore championship. It was supposed to be against Colton Kelly, but something's come up and he's not able to make it. So there is going to be a title match, just not as scheduled, but that's kind of how wrestling works. Is wrestlers have lives too, and they can't always make the gigs. That's why it's subject to change. So Renee Weinkoff is getting ready for his bodybuilding contest, and he was in ring last show. And so we're going to talk a bit about that, talk a bit about his upcoming contest. and find out where he's at and with his progress in getting ready for the show, which is coming up in less than 2 weeks. And what's going on at World Class Gym, as they are one of our major sponsors. So the show is packed, and we haven't even gotten into a lot of the matches yet. Kat Von Hees is going to be there, Steve Styles, and it's a loaded card. But it's all ages, and it's a great way to kind of kick back and get ready for school. The families are mostly home from the holidays, and we are just ready to pack the house for this event, and especially in honor of Charmaine. That's one of the things that we just want to make this whole event special for her, and and support her family as they have suffered a huge loss. So that's our main goal for this show. The doors open at 6:30. The event starts at 7, and we just want like I said, it's all family event.
And if people are interested in getting pre-sale tickets, where can they go to purchase those?
So we do have pre-sale tickets that'll be on till tomorrow afternoon. Battery World, make sure you stop on by and say hi to Randy and the crew there. Battery World has pre-sale tickets for $20. At the door, they are $25. You can also get them online if you're not able to make to Battery World or Cheers Restaurant. You can go to Eventbrite and look up the show and get your tickets there. Pre-sale, like I said, saves you a few bucks, so might as well get them. And yeah, so that's and if you aren't able to do that, we have tons of tickets and such at the door as well.
Thank you so much for all the information today, Chris, and we look forward to yet another great show with the Summer Meltdown coming up this week.